Do you know what I like to do instead of working? I like to look at some baseball cards. Man, what is going on in the hobby? Is everybody starting to collect hot dog cards now? What has this hobby become? Hey, I want to give a special shout out and thank you to everybody that participated in my man Rick from Vintage Oddball Cards contest, where you had to show a card from a set that I don't have in my collection. It was a lot of fun. I was so happy he wanted to include me. And the big reason, that it was so much fun for me is I get to learn about a lot of new sets. So it was kind of twofold. For instance, I got to pick one of these up because Theo from Clemente Collector showed one and I didn't have it represented in my collection. And I'm slowly picking up some of the ones that were shown that I didn't have. But I have to tell you, you guys really stretched the limits on the rules here. There were photos, there were team issue photos, lots of minor league cards, Japanese cards, and I was pretty liberal on, what I didn't have. There were a lot of cards that maybe I didn't have that particular year, but I had those things represented. But it was kind of funny, all the different crazy things that were shown, really stretching the limits of what is a card. But, I have a loose definition, so I allow pretty much all of it. If it's a photo card or a disc card or whatever. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun to see how creative everybody got. And it was a lot of fun to see all those different sets. And I got to add some to my want list because I'm still trying to learn about a lot of the different sets in order to acquire, one set or try to acquire one set. I know some of the big challenges beyond the early, 1800s cards that, may to exist or something like that are a number of the Babe Ruth sets where it was just him kind of thing. Those are going to be really tough. And, I may never accomplish my goal, and that's fine. But I want to see how close I can come for the rest of my life. And it's a lifelong goal, so I'll never run out of stuff to chase, I guess. But all that said, I got a few new cards in that I wanted to show you. And then I slabbed up a bunch of cards I already had that I wanted to show you. So let's start off with some of my new pickups. I got a 1962 Bob Veal rookie. It's a high number and a tough card. And I finally got one. So I'm excited about that, and it's a really nice example of it. Tough card. Glad to finally get that for my 62 set. And I got this for my 60 set. Roger Maris All-Star. Great card. I got a 1953 black and white Bowman, Hoyt Wilhelm. So I get to add that to my set. These are way tougher than the color. And I got another for my 1948 blue tint set. And I should be saving all this money that I'm spending on these for to acquire new sets I don't have, but I just want it all. Bobby Thompson. Really low pop card. And a great example from this set. They're not always the best looking cards. Got this Ken Hodge autograph card. Great hockey set. What else? I got some other cards of his. Seller threw this in. So that was a nice surprise. This is a great card. I mean, look at that. Love that set. 73, 74. And I got this Denny's Barry Bonds. I love me some Denny's cards. How great is that? You don't see too many Barry Bonds cards where he's just running. Not fielding, no bat. Where is he running to? That umpire, I don't know. Is he running? The umpire wouldn't be on that side. Not running to first. Is he rounding? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to make sense of that picture now. Let me know. All right. I got 3 more. I have a number of these. I don't know. I always like them. They're cartoony, quirky cards, but they were indicative of World War II era where they just weren't making anything, paper, cardboard shortage, whatever. So if you wanted cards in 1943, you were limited in your choices. I have the DiMaggio, the Hank Greenberg. I have several of these, but I picked up 3 more. One's the Johnny Mize, the Bill Dickey, and Lou Boudreau. Now they remade these again in 1949, and I really don't know how you could tell the difference. I don't know if you can or not. One way is some of the players. For instance, Ralph Kiner. I have a Ralph Kiner that's obviously a 49 because he wasn't in the league in 1943. This came up in 47, so it has to be a 49. But I don't know if any of you know how to tell the difference. I may have known at one time, but forget. I haven't looked at these in a long, long time. But if you want some great Hall of Fame cards and you don't have a lot of money to spend, you could pick up some of these. I love them because I love all cards. Now I got this Jared Jones, first Bowman Chrome. Had a brilliant start. Okay, I slabbed up some things. Before I show you, I wanted to show you this 1990 Pro Set. This is one of my favorite cards. I guess this was a photograph contest, the winner, and they put it on a Pro Set card with Barry Sanders. A lot of people grabbed his jersey back then, but few caught him. Such a great card. It's probably worth $1. I love it. And, I wanted to talk about how I always say, there's, and I always credit Pepino Man, that there's no such thing as doubles in vintage cards. And I was going through my 57s and re-slabbing some, and I came across this Roy Face. And I have one that's off-centered to one direction, and one that's off-centered in the total opposite direction. And if you put them together, they make a pretty good-looking double card. Perfectly centered. Dylan would have to put these together in one slab. But same card, not doubles. Totally different. All right, I slabbed up some of my 57s. I thought I'd show them. Al Kaline, Eddie Matthews, Billy Martin. This is such a great card. Minnie Minoso, the Cuban Comet, Dale Long. Now, Dale Long set the record for most consecutive games with a home run with 8 in a row. And he held that for a long time until Don Mattingly broke it. Don Mattingly tied it. And then Ken Griffey tied it. Ken Griffey Jr. So 3 people hold that record now. But I was enamored with him as a kid in holding that home run record. And this was my first Dale Long. And I always cherished it. So I thought I'd slab it up because I like to slab up cards that are meaningful to me or cards that I just really like. Here's a Vern Law. Chuck Tanner. Of course, he was the manager on my 79 World Champion Pirates. Larry Doby. Whitey Ford. Nellie Fox. Pee Wee Reese. This is a great one too. And I slabbed up some of my sugar daddies. Here's Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. I have all the different sports. Oscar Robertson. This is Connie Hawkins. He wrote the book Foul. In the late 60s, I think it was the 68 championship. It might have been 69. He played in the ABA for the Pittsburgh team. And I watched that whole game on ESPN Classic one time. He went up against Larry Brown. Larry Brown was on the other team, and he was a great outside shooter. And this guy was just fantastic. He got banned from the NBA for supposedly point shaving in college. I don't know. There's a lot of evidence suggests he didn't do it. So the NBA eventually let him into the league. And it's just a shame because had he played more time there, he was a really great player. But if you have a chance to watch that championship game from the late 60s, that ABA championship, I think he scored 130 some points, high flying offenses, and just a great game to watch. And I had never seen Larry Brown play. You know, I only knew him as a coach. And watching him shoot, he was a fabulous shooter. And then I also slabbed up my Jim Plunkett. These are kind of nostalgic to me because they have all the different sports. And I remember getting some as a kid in with my sugar daddies. And of course, a lot of times they would stain. They were like right in there with them. I slabbed up my Reggie Jackson rookie cards. And my 1969 top stamp Johnny Bench. And these slabs are great for the odd sizes, because what I do is either get, this is a T206 insert, fits perfectly in there, and I think this is a 1950 Bowman insert. I think that's what I use for that one. Either or, but you could fit some of these. And here's my Clemente, one of my 69 Clementes. I have a few. And I also used the tobacco sleeves for these cards I'm about to show you. Now, I don't know all the years and numbers of these strip cards. It's hard to keep track. Didn't really care when I bought them. But this is Grover Alexander. A great card. And a lot of the different strip card issues look the same. I know this one, my man George, Diamond Yard Sports Cards, has a low pop strip set with the exact same image. It just is a little different. The number or something like that. But that's Zach Wheat. Great card. He's almost like in a pitching pose. And Babe Adams, great pitcher for my Pirates. George Gibson, catcher for my Pirates and later a manager. And George Grantham, good player. He didn't have a long career with the Pirates. I think, and I'm not sure, I think he was on that 1925 team that won the World Series, and the 27 team that got swept by the Yankees in the World Series. I think he was on those teams, or at least one of them, I believe. I have this Tommy Armour golf card. And I have this 1971 Team Flakes Gary Player. I have a few from this set, including the Jack Nicklaus, which is one of the top ones. And I think there's a Muhammad Ali I want from that set. I just realized I never got that. Oh boy. Something else. I got this old Sonia Henning. Now, Henny, am I the only one that has an old skater card? Sonia Henny. All right. That's a great card, you know? And you guys who want to talk smack, you know, watch what you say, because you watch a bunch of guys in jock straps. I watch female skaters, which is more manly. Hey, I showed you this this Hostess strip card, and I wanted to let you know because I just ordered some. BCW makes these oversized bill holders, you know, for paper money collectors, bills. And the oversized, the old oversized bills, I don't know what years or whatever, I think from the 1800s or something. But they make a small one for more like the dollar bill size, and they make a large one. The large one fits these strips perfectly. I have one hanging up there. I have several of mine in there. I got them by accident. Somebody had sent me one of these in one, and I went searching and experimenting until I found it because I couldn't figure out what it was in. And I just wanted to let you know that. You can get the oversized bill holders, you know, if you're not going to send it in for grading. Because I have a whole bunch of these, and it just slides in the top. It fits them perfectly. And, you know, I like to give you tips and stuff on different holders and stuff that I use. So I wanted to mention that to you. Because, like I said, I just ordered some more because I don't like it in this oversized thing. So, should be getting that hopefully tomorrow. I got some more slabs on the way. I just got some more labels. So I get to slab up some more stuff. In addition to all this great stuff, I'm getting there. I mean, I don't have nearly the slabs that Dylan has over at Double D. I mean, he's like a man on a mission. He's making individual labels for each and every card. He's grading the centering, grading the card, putting all kind of information on it. I don't know how he has the time to do it. Especially since he makes hour-long videos. My man Dylan. All right. That's what I have for you. Thanks for hanging out with me.